Welcome to my channel Liberty Old Coin. There's a certain magic in holding something that has traveled through time. It connects us to untold stories, silent journeys, and eras long gone, yet still alive through the treasures left behind. In this script, we journey into the remarkable world of the United Kingdom 1938 one-penny coin, a grand and historical piece known for its bold design and HP mint mark, a true icon in British numismatic heritage. This coin is one single legendary piece, not a set, crafted with intention, dignity, and now rising in value for collectors across the world. Minted during the reign of King George VI, the 1938 penny stands at a turning point in British history. The world was on the edge of great change, and Britain issued this coin not just as currency, but as a symbol of national identity, stability, and pride. Every time someone holds this penny, they touch a fragment of that era. The coin displays King George VI on one side, a powerful portrait representing loyalty and strength. On the reverse, the mighty figure of Britannia, seated with her trident and shield, became a symbol of the empire's endurance and maritime power. This wasn't just money, it was a message. The HP mint mark, representing Chief Engraver Humphrey Paget, is a key feature making this particular penny highly desirable. It marks the artist's masterpiece, distinguishing it from ordinary issues. That alone drives collectors to chase it, knowing it carries artistic prestige beyond regular circulation coins. Why was it made? The 1938 penny was struck to maintain monetary supply, but also to reaffirm British sovereignty through a distinctive design. This was a time when coins were crafted with precision and pride, not mass-produced for speed. Each piece echoed craftsmanship. Now let's speak of value. Many people wonder, is it truly valuable? Absolutely. This coin commands respect, not only for age, but because of demand. Serious collectors seek it passionately, especially well-preserved examples. In top condition, it can command impressive figures on the market. A pristine 1938 penny with strong details, sharp relief, and minimal work can fetch prices climbing into hundreds of dollars, and extremely rare, near-mint examples have sold for even higher amounts, reaching close to the $1,000 range in competitive auctions. The value depends heavily on condition. A coin that still shows crisp lines, smooth fields, and no corrosion is a treasure. Those kept protected in cases from early years become prized assets, rising in value each year as collectors compete to secure them. What makes it so valuable? Age alone is not enough. It's the historical context. This penny represents pre-war Britain, the last era before global conflict reshaped everything. That emotional tie gives it a legacy far greater than face value. Unlike modern coins, your 1938 penny stands as a relic of identity, monarchy, and art. Each collector dreams of owning at least one rare George VI penny, and the HP mint mark elevates it from common to exclusive. That is where true value lies, rarity and reputation. Some sellers today showcase this coin with pride, knowing that buyers from the UK, USA, and across Europe eagerly search for fine examples. Owning it is not only an investment, but a statement, a possession of British legacy. If you're holding this coin, safeguard it. Place it in a protective case or holder. Do not clean it harshly. Authenticity matters. Collectors love natural patina, the gentle brown tone that tells its age. A clean coin may lose charm and price. Imagine auction rooms where determined bidders raise paddles, eager to win this piece of history. That emotional spark is why its price can soar, because passion sets value, not metal. Passion for legacy, monarchy, craftsmanship. Should you sell it now or hold it longer? Many experts believe these coins will continue to grow in desirability. As time moves forward, untouched survivors of 1938 become scarcer, pushing values upward. Holding it could be holding fortune. This is not just a coin. It is witness to a world before the Second World War, carrying the portrait of a king who stood through challenging times. It represents faith, resilience, and national pride. Something intangible, yet deeply felt. So if you own the UK, 1938 one penny. Cherish it. It is valuable. It is powerful. It is a chapter of history that can be passed down or transformed into a remarkable sale. A single coin, yet a timeless legacy. And one day, when someone asks about your treasure, you won't just speak of metal. You will speak of a monarch, an empire, and a journey that crossed decades, all within the size of a penny. Next coin, the UK 1939 one penny with HP mint mark, stands as a powerful symbol of British history, a bold bronze coin issued during the reign of King George VI. This single, monumental coin carries the initials HP, representing the master engraver Humphrey Paget, whose craftsmanship adds exceptional artistic significance. It is not just old. It is respected, collected, and rising in desirability among serious numismatists across the world. This coin was minted in a time of great tension, just before the outbreak of the Second World War. In 1939, every element of national identity mattered, and this penny was more than currency. It was a marker of strength, pride, and continuity of the British crown. The portrait of King George VI on the obverse side projected dignity, while Britannia on the reverse captured the spirit of maritime power and imperial heritage. The HP mint mark makes this coin particularly important. It is a signature of artistic authority, distinguishing it from standard issues and making collectors actively hunt for it. Each HP penny is sought not only for age, but for design excellence, ensuring it maintains a strong position in the collector market. Its rarity comes not from being the oldest coin, but from being a pre-war issue with a powerful historical association. 1939 marks the edge of monumental world change, which makes coins from this year significantly more desirable. When collectors search for milestones in global history, this penny stands out. The coin's value today is strong and continues to grow. While common circulated examples may appear at modest prices, higher grade and well-preserved pieces can reach impressive figures. A top condition 1939 HP penny can command amounts ranging from $150 to $400, and exceptional, almost uncirculated specimens have achieved over $700 in dedicated auctions. As time passes, supply decreases and demand increases. This coin carries both historical emotion and rarity, key elements that drive long-term value. Collectors know that pre-war British pennies in high grade have become scarce, and this scarcity is only intensifying. Many ask whether it will be valuable in the future. The answer is yes. This coin holds long-term investment potential. It has already proven its capability to rise, and experts believe its value will continue to strengthen, especially as interest in early 20th century British coinage increases worldwide. The maximum value is influenced by condition. Coins with crisp portrait lines, full Britannia detail, and no scratches or corrosion reach the highest bidding. Those stored carefully, untouched by cleaning or polishing, are most rewarded. Original patina and natural tone signify authenticity, which buyers deeply appreciate. Collectors today are not only from the UK. Buyers from the USA, Canada, Australia, and Europe seek this piece to complete vintage British sets. The emotional connection to King George VI and the year 1939 gives it a universal desirability beyond borders. This coin is considered a treasure of wartime era history. Each individual penny, especially one bearing HP, is a storytelling artifact that passed through daily lives on the eve of global conflict. Owning one is like preserving a quiet witness of history. Serious coin collectors often lock these coins in protective cases and keep them as heritage assets. Because this coin cannot be remade, each surviving example only increases in prestige, and high-grade coins are becoming legends of auction catalogs. If you wish to sell, auctions and private deals are where maximum offers await. Enthusiasts who collect Royal Era Penny Series will not hesitate to pay premium prices for sharp, original examples. It is not unusual to see bidding battles for fine 1939 HP specimens. Those who retain this coin as a long-term collectible often treat it as an heirloom. It carries emotional and financial power, something that grows stronger with age. Time is the ally of such coins, continually increasing their mystique and worth. The striking design, deep bronze tone, and commanding imagery of Britannia make it an aesthetic masterpiece. Even those unfamiliar with coin collecting are fascinated when they encounter this penny. Its presence alone demands respect. It is not just about metal. It is about monarchy, war-era resilience, empire, and artistry. That combination ensures it never fades into obscurity. Every year, more collectors discover it, pushing demand higher. With patience and the right buyer, some top-tier pieces could one day reach values exceeding $1,000, especially if sealed in top-grading slabs. Numismatic markets reward those who preserve rarity with care and foresight. The importance of authenticity cannot be overstated. A genuine 1939 HP penny with no alterations, no harsh cleaning marks, and full detail is a prize among collections. Each mark, each curve tells its own story. For anyone fortunate to own this coin, holding on to it can mean holding on to a rising asset. Unlike modern coins, this one carries dignity and a story tied to a pivotal moment in world history, a combination unmatched in value. The 1939 HP British one penny is more than collectible. It is legacy. A legacy of a king, of an empire, and of a world at the edge of transformation. It is valuable. It will remain valuable. And in the hands of the wise, it will only grow. Next coin, the UK 1944 one penny coin with HP mint mark is a compelling piece of British numismatic history. While many 20th century pennies seem common at first glance, the 1944 HP holds a special place among collectors, and its story reveals much about Britain during wartime, the artistry of minting, and the subtle forces that drive coin values. In 1944, Britain was in the throes of the Second World War. Coinage during wartime was under pressure. Metal supplies, production priorities, and national symbolism all mattered greatly. The 1944 penny was struck under these constraints, yet intended to carry on normal circulation and maintain monetary continuity. The HP on the coin is the signature of engraver Thomas Humphrey Paget, commonly called Humphrey Paget, whose initials appear beneath the king's bust and identify the master engraver. His work lends an artistic pedigree to these coins. This coin was struck in bronze, but unlike earlier issues, for 1944 onward a modified alloy was used. 97% copper, 0.5% tin, 2.5% zinc. This change was made because war efforts forced adjustments in metal use and availability. The altered composition changed how the coin aged, its tone, and sometimes even how well it resisted wear or corrosion. Collectors pay attention to alloy and patina as clues to authenticity and originality. According to numismatic records, in 1944 the mintage of the one penny coin was about 42,600,000 pieces. That is a large number, suggesting that many were struck and many circulated. Because of that, many 1944 pennies still survive. But survival alone doesn't guarantee high value. Condition, rarity of exceptional specimens, and collector demand shape real value. So, how many people want to buy it? The demand is moderate but steady. Among British coin collectors, especially those specializing in George VI era predecimal pennies, or HP initials pieces, there is firm interest. Dealers and collectors in the UK, USA, and Europe often include such coins in listings. But it's not the kind of coin where hordes of buyers rush daily. It is more a focused collector's piece. Still, for a high-grade HP 1944 penny, multiple serious collectors might bid, driving its price upward in auctions. At present, typical circulated 1944 pennies, including those bearing HP, are modest in value. Many trade for small sums, perhaps a few dollars or equivalent, depending on condition. Sources suggest typical retail could be between 30 pence up to £12 for well-worn to decent grade examples. In US dollars, many would fall under $5 to $15, maybe more for nicer ones. However, when you find an extremely well-preserved, near uncirculated or proof specimen with full detail, gentle surfaces, original patina, and impeccable presentation. That is when the magic happens. Some rare, top-grade specimens might reach $100 or more, possibly up to several $100s in rare cases when the right buyer sees it. It depends on the marketplace, auction competition, and how exceptional the coin is. Given that many 1944 pennies circulated heavily, finding one in flawless condition is challenging. That scarcity of high grades means that, in the future, as well-preserved coins become rarer, the top examples might command even stronger premiums. It's not unrealistic that a flawless 1944 HP penny might one day fetch $200 to $500 or more in premium sales, if preserved extremely well, authenticated, and marketed to the right collector audience. Now, let's revisit its history. The reverse design is the familiar Britannia seated holding a trident and shield, with a lighthouse and ship in the distance. Emblems of Britain's naval strength and maritime identity. The obverse shows King George VI, with his title legend Georgiev's 6D, G, BR, Omen, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP, or similar. The initials HP appear discreetly beneath the neck, marking Paget's design signature. The coin was part of Britain's pre-decimal series, used up until decimalization, with pennies ceasing circulation in 1971. It was built to meet ordinary monetary needs, everyday commerce, change, small transactions, even during wartime. The Royal Mint needed to maintain coin supply, support public confidence, and continue production despite material pressures. But it was also built to carry design continuity, national identity, and aesthetic integrity even in difficult times. The HP Mint mark gives it distinction. Not every penny bears an engraver's signature in the same way. Collectors prize initials and signatures as they hint at classical artistry. The HP mark makes this 1944 penny more collectible than an anonymous example of the same date and wear. Value is not guaranteed by the date alone. Many 1944 pennies in circulation today show heavy wear, flattened details, scratches, corrosion, or cleaning. Those diminish value significantly. The coins that stand out to collectors are those whose details, hair on the king, lines of Britannia's drapery, shield details, the ship and sea, and even the lighthouse, remain sharp and clear. In those cases, buyers compete. While typical values are modest, the coin is absolutely capable of commanding much more in the right condition and setting. A motivated collector in an auction or private deal might pay $150 or more for a near-perfect 1944 HP penny. If discovered in a forgotten collection or pristine slab, the bidding could reach $300 or higher when the rarity of that condition is fully recognized. Because time gradually reduces the number of pristine survivors, the potential upside is appealing. If you hold a 1944 HP penny in strong condition, you may be holding an asset whose top value grows gradually. Investors and numismatics often look for such coins, where ordinary examples are low cost, but exceptional ones are rare and rising. Let this coin motivate you to preserve it carefully. Store it in an airtight holder, avoid cleaning or polishing, and keep it under stable conditions. Over time, even mid-grade coins can improve in relative rarity if many degrade or are lost. Imagine an auction room where bidders raise paddles for this single 1944 HP penny, recognizing it as a piece of wartime Britain, a testament to art under pressure. That atmosphere alone can create tension, drive price leaps, and reward those who hold pristine examples. So yes, this coin is valuable. Not all are worth thousands, but the right example in the right hands can command strong sums. Its history, artistry, and limited high-grade survivors position it as a coin with potential to appreciate. Cherish it, protect it, and when the moment is right, offer it in a venue where serious collectors roam. Next coin 1945 1 penny UK with HP Mint mark is a fascinating coin that connects war-era Britain to modern collectors, carrying the signature of Humphrey Paget and a legacy that is growing stronger with time. The 1945 penny was issued under King George VI in the closing months of the Second World War, when Britain was facing intense economic and material pressures, yet determined to maintain continuity in daily life, including the production of coinage. This was a period when metal resources were restricted, and every bronze penny carried not just monetary value, but symbolic weight of national resilience and identity. The initials HP on the coin stand for Humphrey Paget, a distinguished British engraver whose initials appear on the obverse side. Paget's artistry brought elegance and design integrity to British coinage of that era. His initials became a mark of prestige, making coins bearing HP more appealing to serious collectors precisely because they carry a known artist touch. The retired standard bronze composition for pennies in the George VI era was about 9.4 grams in weight, with a diameter of 31 millimeters. Over the 1937 to 1948 series, this design remained consistent. George VI's bust on the obverse and Britannia seated with shield and trident on the reverse. The year 1945 marks a moment when the war was winding down in Europe, and coins minted that year became part of daily life during a historic turning point. Where can you buy such a coin? Online marketplaces like eBay or specialty coin dealers often list 1945 pennies, some even with grade labels or HP designation. Auction houses with numismatic sections are valuable places too. Collectors submit rare and well-preserved examples there. Also, coin fairs, local numismatic societies, and specialist antiquarian shops are places where serious buyers and sellers meet. Selling your own 1945 HP penny could be done through the same channels. Listed in an online marketplace with clear photos and condition description. Reach out to coin dealers who deal in British pre-decimal issues, or consign it in a reputable auction that handles vintage world coins to attract enthusiasts who understand its value. Is it worth that much? Yes, it is valuable, especially in higher condition grades. In typical circulated condition, it may fetch only modest sums, but for an excellent, sharply struck, well-preserved specimen, the value can escalate significantly. According to one record, a 1945 HP penny once sold via heritage auctions for $374 in a high-grade lot. In everyday trading, many 1945 pennies, not necessarily HP or heavily worn, are in ranges of 25 pence to over 15 pounds depending on grade, condition, and appeal. That roughly translates to several dollars to a few tens of dollars for average condition examples. However, the true upside, or maximum value, comes when you find an exceptional piece. A rare, minimally circulated 1945 HP penny with sharp detail and gorgeous tone might draw bids well above common ranges, possibly crossing in a $300 to $500 or more in a competitive auction, especially if the coin is certified by a grading service and properly packaged. Should you keep it or sell it? If the specimen you possess is in above-average condition, or particularly sharp and untouched, it might be wise to hold it. Over time, standout coins from wartime Britain are becoming harder to find in pristine condition, so rarity of high grade tends to increase. In contrast, heavily worn pennies are less likely to appreciate dramatically because many exist in that state. Sealing or encapsulation in a coin slab or protective holder is generally beneficial if you want to maximize value. It preserves the coin's condition, protects it from handling, and gives buyers confidence that the coin is authentic and unaltered. A certified grading slab from a recognized service can enhance buyer trust and often helps drive higher bids in auctions. If sealed, the coin remains preserved and presents beautifully. Auction houses and collectors usually favor coins in slabs. If not sealed, you risk further wear, fingerprints, or damage, which can reduce value considerably. So for high-potential coins, sealing is strongly recommended. Imagine a rare collector in London or New York spotting your 1945 HP penny, noticing its superb detail and original patina, and bidding upwards, buying to take it home. That's the kind of audience this coin attracts. Serious numismatists who value provenance, design, condition, and history combined. In short, your coin is more than metal. It is a tangible piece of the wartime era, a work of art by Paget, and a collectible whose best examples demand respect and premium. Cherish it, protect it, present it well, and let the marketplace recognize its true worth in years to come.